got a barking dog in the background. Here's my little meditation. I have a barking dog in the background and it's causing me stress and anxiety. So what I'll do is I'll smoke some pot. And then we just exhale. We take another hit. We exhale. I wish my partner Kevin would come back into the frame. So, lots of movement. Question for you all out there today on this traffic day, Tuesday at 5 p.m. Driving in hell. Do you feel relaxed? Do you hear the dogs barking? Are they coming through the microphone?
Yeah, those motherfuckers won't shut up.
So I am.
Don't they know we're on a podcast right now?
Hold on a second. Well, let me break the meditation, the peaceful meditation.
Shut the fuck up!
Now we're back to the. That was good timing. I don't know what they're barking at, man. You know, there's some cats in the hood, bro.
Maybe you got somebody broken into your house right now. They're trying to warn you.
Probably. Yeah, they're doing their job, and I'm just telling them to shut up.
Right.
That's a. Where did you get that piece of music, man? I'm digging it, man.
I wrote it.
Not the intro piece. We know you wrote that. I don't know.
No, I wrote that.
No, I don't think you did.
And I wrote this too.
Patrick, man, you're such a diehard, brother. I love him.
I love Patrick. Patrick's been with you for 38 episodes. Patrick, good on you, my friend. It's International Men's Day. Did you know that today?
I didn't know that. It's good that
in the scope of a little lavender, I think it's important that we take a day for us. Right? Men have not been recognized yet into the world of, it's good that we celebrate men.
Patrick,
masculinity.
Do you concur in that scenario that Mr. Suker has just proposed? Yeah, okay. Tune in, tune out.
Hey, can your dogs get another fucking podcast to bark on?
Oh, they want to be on, man. You know, I think you should be. Well, it's your man's day, so you can treat them like shit if you want.
Tell them to get their own podcast if they want their own time.
Yeah, they should, huh? Oh, I got to go on a little lavender, don't I? I forgot. Did you go on a little lavender?
No, we didn't do that either.
Let's share that now.
Lavendish.
Share now. There we go. Now we're rolling.
I'm going to go do the same thing.
Mr. Greenfarb, I got to see Brian a week or so ago at the Concert for a Cause. Always nice to give him a hug.
Brian Greenfarb?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Where'd you see Brian?
I saw Brian at Notoriety for the Concert for a Cause.
Can we do an update on that? Will you tell me how that was? I wasn't able to make it that night.
I've seen Clint numerous times. I've seen Kelly and worked with Kelly numerous times.
Clint Howard, the guy who's Ron Howard's brother that's in all those movies. Who's
Ron
Clint?
Howard's.
About Clint, like all of our fans know.
Clint Holmes is kind of the godfather here in Las Vegas, and you know him well. But for our viewers and listeners that don't know, he's what was the song? His big hit song, "My Name Is Michael," which I love the title. How's that go? Do you have it? It was a big hit. But he's one of the better performers around, and then his wife Kelly's an incredible performer and leans a little more toward the humor side. And the two of them together, they've never done a full show together. They always sit in each other's shows, but never a full show. And so it was really great to see them do a show together. Brian, you can chime in on this, buddy. Good evening to you as well. It blew my mind because they lifted each other, right? They lifted each other in ways that I wouldn't have expected. And Kelly sounded great vocally, and she was funnier than shit. And it was just a really cool show. And it was, it's funny. I don't know what the foundation, what the cause was, what Notoriety Gives was paired with that night. Do I? Oh, I do know. Dominican Hospital.
You're only the president of the charity. That's
yeah,
good.
I wasn't involved in that one, but it was. I do remember. Thank you for my brain cells working. It was Dominican Hospital, and it was just a terrific show. I actually enjoyed. Yeah, you go to shows for friends. You sit there, you're kind of like, eh. This was this. I was moved. I was moved. Hold on, I'm gonna mute this and I'm gonna yell at my fucking dog.
I know that's how you feel about when you come to my shows. You kind of get in that.
I knew you were gonna go there. Hold that
That's
thought.
true though, because look at this guy. Why did he mute it? Like he doesn't want us. Look at him, cup in his hands.
Because I'm all peaceful.
Like you don't want us to hear what you're gonna. We can see what you're doing. You can just left it open.
Yeah, but nobody knows the abuse that came out of my mouth. I yelled, "Hey, shut the fuck up!" Is what I did. Okay.
I love you, dogs. You guys are the best dogs ever. Please shut up.
So I've seen your show probably 7, 8 times.
No, I'm just joking. We're not talking about my show today because we're not today. We're off. We're off this coming weekend because of the F1, which stands for "Fuck You, Las Vegas" won races that just kind of clog up our city. We took Friday, Saturday off.
Wait a minute. Let's just go back. Give credit where credit is due. I need a little validation. So a month and I don't know, 5 weeks ago, I said, "Dude, are you guys doing?" You're like, "Yeah, we got pre-sales. We're doing great." I'm like, "Oh, cool. I didn't expect pre-sales." When you said that, I sort of backed off, but I'm like, "That's going to be a nightmare, man." And then you recently got with the owner of the venue, and you guys talked about it, and they're like, "Yeah, you ain't coming in. You got to come in at what, noon or something, and you can't. The track is hot right around the Venetian, so." How do employees get in? They're there all day.
I don't understand. I don't know, but it was from what I learned, even though we had sold tickets in advance for our shows this weekend, that regrettably, we had to refund and return those funds. The protocol to get into a property like the Venetian was just absolutely crazy.
What time was it? Did you have to get in there?
I think we had to be in like 10 a.m.
Yeah, so you could have got a couple of suites, treated the guys. You guys were doing so well there. Why not get a couple of suites and just have a staycation there in a fancy suite, watch the little F1 race by, do your show. You would have been rock stars, just like you tour when you're on the road. You could have done that here. Why didn't you think about that?
I don't know. I'm not that intuitive, I guess. I didn't think that far ahead. I did today, and it's no secret. I talk about my struggles sleeping on the podcast rather regularly. For those 6 people that pay attention to what we do, and there's a couple things I want to talk about today. I got a little bone to pick with a couple local people that will remain nameless, but. Won't
they know who they are when they hear this? What you're talking about?
Yeah, they can know who they are, but other people don't have to know what I'm talking about.
Let's put them in the F1 category. Go ahead.
You can blow them out because you told me this today, and it kind of chafed me a little bit. Like, other people in town saying that our podcast isn't real.
Oh, that it. Well, I lead in with it's a stupid podcast. Is this like important to you? Do you put this in high regard? Like,
do I?
Yeah.
Clearly much more than you do.
Listen, I want to straighten one thing out before you continue. I love doing this with you, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says. And that's
I don't either.
It's my favorite. All these years in business, all these years producing shows and fronting shows and playing the game in Las Vegas, and certain people that they're in power positions and having to kind of play that. And I'm a truth to power. I'm a confrontational guy. Confront with compassion when I'm spiritually fit. Otherwise, I blow my gasket. But I tend to walk the line of not being that guy, that ass-kissing situation. But there are certain things when you're climbing the ladder, when we're trying to get these things and move our act forward and get that type of success, it requires a little bit of nuanced ass fucking kissing. And you know something? I'm done with it, dude. Fuck everybody. I could give a shit. And our podcast represents that. So what's your bone to pick? And by the way,
it's not really a bone to pick. It's just a little bit of a grind because just like you, right, we started this for us. Mm-hmm. We started this because our wives heard us speaking on the phone daily, and they were like, you two need to let people hear your conversations because they tend to get a little outrageous at times and funny. And we both have a lot of very similar life experiences. I didn't suck the dick of a crack pipe like you did, but
I suck that cock, man.
But
I did
we have some similar experiences as creatives, as producers. It's a real podcast, like just Patrick just said. We don't pull any fucking punches with each other. Mm-hmm. We hold each other accountable. And I guess maybe it's because you and I do things at a certain level in other aspects of our lives.
Yeah,
that people are expecting like this podcast to be, biting on Joe Rogan's ankles, and that has never been ever something we've talked about or want. Let's just start a podcast. If we happen to find an audience, great. If we don't, let's just entertain our friends that want to pay attention
to us. And like, look at right? There's Dora. I love Dora. Hi, Dora. And Ray joined us. You never know what's going to happen. We're not refrained. We're not, we had our little sponsorship runs and they dropped us pretty quickly. And they never even stepped up. And then this company, which I really love, they never gave us a dime. They gave us a couple of cases of
diabetes.
Right. But part of it is refreshing and you can just do whatever you want to do. And look at if we strike a note and it's great, but you can't help yourself. You're a consummate professional who with ambition and drive and it is the refreshing part for me in this.
Are you, my friend?
Yeah, but that's what's refreshing for me in this is that I'm not attacking it as I attack everything else. And it's like, great. I mean, I'm into it, and I'm not, I know you want to get a studio. I know you got some offers that we can go into studios with. And
let's not share what our talks are with the public yet.
That's what I share. Okay, let's go back to you. Let's go back to you talking some smack on some people that made comments that I shared with you, by the way.
You did. You shared it with me because you encountered these comments. They didn't come directly to me because they know better to come to me. Because I got my pimp slap and I carry baby powder and I walk around. I'm about to slap somebody's ear ball off.
Consider the source. Always consider the source. And
you're my source.
Okay, but the source of the source, and I don't give two shits about either of those two people. And one of them, he's a competitor, so he can go fuck himself. And if we want to start a podcast war with this,
wow,
I'm all in, man. Go for it.
Like, somebody ring that bell. Holy shit, you just rang the bell, man.
Well, I mean, look,
ding.
I love everybody. When a guy comes at me like that and then like laughs at it, like, well, I have X amount of blah blah blah. And if you're watching, motherfucker, you know who I'm talking about. How's that, Kevin? Am I going good for you? Ooh, yeah, it's on. And if you are watching, you probably are. And by the way, there are a couple of people that might think that we're talking about them, but no, this is a direct comment that was made to me, and it was a schlub off or blow off or whatever. And if you're watching, you know who I'm talking to, and you know what, you want to bring it, let's bring it. We'll do a podcast war with you. Oh, wait a minute, we don't get enough views to maybe be in your world or whatever. So, it is what it is, man. And I actually kind of like that guy too. I do. I like him.
I like him too. But like the thing is, it's like. I guess it circles back to what we started talking about last week in politics a little bit, where we just have not yet evolved enough to find a place to support our brothers and sisters in their plight of choice, right? In regardless, whether it's religion, whether it's politics, whether it's the choice of ours to host our own podcasts and what we want to do with our podcast and the message we want to spread with our podcast might be different from someone else. Somebody else's method or motive is obviously different than ours. And big fucking deal. Like, there's room for all of us. There's room for everybody's choices and feelings. Let's just find a fucking way to kumbaya the shit out of each other and figure out how to be cool with each other at this point in life, right? We're too old. We know people that are dying of cancer in our lives and people that have real fucking health issues in their lives. And that's the shit to fucking care about, right? This shit is trivial and meaningless at the end of the day.
So
don't start. There we go. Here, hold on. Do I need to play the music as I'm talking?
Yeah, do that.
I started getting a little preachy though.
Yeah, hold on. No, it's okay. I do that all the time. It's fine.
I'm done preaching. That's all for me.
Are you gonna play the music?
You know what?
Where's the music?
I got a rebuttal.
I got a rebuttal for that, man. So
okay, hold on. Let me get the music up.
I will kindly I will kindly and compassionately retract all the previous statements. In anger and frustration, I have shown this particular gentleman that I thought we were going to talk shit about, and now Kevin has backed it down and wants to be kumbaya and be with everybody. So please delete the previous statements of frustration and fuck that guy. Sorry. All right. Anyway, it didn't bother me like it bothered. So it rubbed you when I told you that. I'll refrain from sharing negative.
Don't refrain from. I like the negative. I
Man, you like the negative. Let's add more negative to the planet.
I think it helps with the balance, right? You need the negative with the positive. You need to be. It's the yin and the yang.
Yeah.
You can't live in life with just your yin, right?
Hey, did you know that my song is up for a Grammy next year? Did you know that?
I don't give two shits.
It's a Grammy. Do you know that
what song
right now? One More Song right now is the number 2 most added in the country at FMQB, the secondary markets. It is blowing up on radio. I've been asked to do it.
When did this song come out?
It's been in the works, and I wanted to announce it on the show. We have an amazing video director that's came to us. It's offered a $20,000 video shoot on them, no cost to us. I don't have an us. It's just, whatever. I mean, Patrick and Jalen possibly, but like this thing is blowing up more than, and I have done nothing to push it. It is blowing up. Do you know that if I just made that up and said that, the people would believe that? And that's the world we're in. Smoke and mirrors. No, that song hasn't even been released. But the point is, if I went with that story and continued on that story.
That was all bullshit that
all
you were just
made up, every bit of it. And the point of that is that's the world we're in.
The point is, he's just a dick because he had me falling for that so hard right there. I was about to congratulate that motherfucker. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
It wasn't designed to snow you. It was designed to make a point. And the point is, like with any advertising and any, miracle drug and blah, 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 that if I tell you enough over and over and over again, I do it in a convincing way, people will believe me. And why not just go make some shit up? Oh, by the way, I hit the lottery last week.
Listen. Aside from my 10-year-old kid, do you know anybody that's loving it?
What's that mean? Is
McDonald's? Yeah. What, do you fucking love McDonald's? I'm loving it.
Well, they're going to spend $100 million trying to fix that E. coli issue. That's good. So you just throw money at it.
It's so much smaller than their brand. They will have no problem getting by their E. coli issue whatsoever.
And people forget, obviously, $1 billion didn't work for Harris. I mean, you can't do that with everything, apparently.
Listen, they clearly don't even care about the fact that they don't even need E. coli to give half the population that eats a diarrhea every time they eat that fucking shit. So, like, what does it matter?
You know what they did in balance? So they planted E. coli in some organic carrots being grown in California. Now it's in the carrots, and it was the onions. It wasn't the meat. So Brian is a big McDonald's guy, huh?
Froggy was on our podcast a while back. You remember him, my dear.
Of course I do, and I love the rifle. It's aim at the fucking cheese. So, well, with that, do you want to make up some shit and see if everybody believes it? The most real. Tell some people, Patrick. But people may equal is great for weight loss. True. It's Brian, dude. Dr. Brian in the house.
He's down 7 pounds on the Big Mac diet.
Yeah, man.
Fuck Ozempic. I haven't tried that. I listen. I struggle with my weight. I've been trying to get that damn shit. I can't get it because I had the pancreatitis and everybody turns me down. My doctor said, you can't have it.
Yeah, It's got some side effects that we don't know a lot about, especially people that are just getting it online and not really. I mean, who knows? It's effective. Remember, we played golf last week, and I asked you about that. I go, how come you don't consider
golf last week?
Yeah, because we got a friend that we played. Yeah, wasn't that last Thursday? Yeah,
we played golf last week. Yeah,
we played 18 holes. I'm still.
We had a really here. Let me bring up the. I have a picture.
That's funny. We played golf last week. Oh, I have a picture right here. Will Ferrell. Oh, I can't play. Oh, he pulls the thing out of his sleeve.
I have a picture of our foursome.
Not that kind of foursome, ladies and gentlemen.
You want me to throw it up?
Get your mind out of the gutter. I know where Dora went with that. Ooh, foursome.
Dora.
How long is it going to take you? Yeah, so we played golf.
I can't. It's apparently too.
But if you were approved to do it, you would go there because you feel like you've put in all the effort. Because it is a lot harder to.
No, I'm not going to lie. I haven't put in any of the effort. I want the easy way out, like all Americans.
That's not true. You were putting some effort in. You were watching your caloric intake, and you were exercising. Are you going to pull the picture up or not?
It's too large of a file. What's your problem?
I want to see the picture of us golfing. It was so fun. I hadn't golfed in so many years.
I could tell you could tell by your swing that you haven't golfed in fucking a decade.
Dude, Kevin, do I suck or do I suck at golf?
Listen, I don't think you suck. I just think you just don't play enough, right? Like I don't play enough either. That's the reality.
You played great. You can drive that thing a couple hundred yards straight every time off the tee. Did you even have a cup? Did you even have off the box? Did you have any issues with the drives?
Yeah, remember I had like a little double vodka and the thing.
Oh, and it went to shit.
Oh, and everything went to hell.
Alcohol does not become you. It's not a good one for you while you're playing.
I don't drink. I don't drink.
So here's a guy that doesn't drink, and he's with three. So a guy that doesn't drink at all, and with two guys that love to fucking booze it up. And they order single Bloody Marys from a very cute cart girl, by the way. And you, Big Shot, order a double, which was shocking to me. And you sucked that. It was a good Bloody Mary. It was spicy. It was good. You sucked it down.
It was good.
Like cocky, and you sucked it down. And I look over at those guys. Those guys are drinkers, and they had half still. And you're wondering why you're shanking balls, dude. And I never saw it affect somebody so quickly. And then 3 holes later, you were back in the gack again.
Yeah, it hit me hard, and then it went away as quickly as it hit me.
Did you do a bump? Is that what happened?
No, I can't do that. I'd have a heart attack.
I'd like to get you some Coke for your birthday.
That's really kind of you. I really hope you do.
Are you working on the picture, or
it's trying to upload? Here it is. Here's our force. We had a great time playing golf.
That's your music video, man. That's Brian and Danny, and is that Kevin on the far right next to you?
That's my brother Kevin.
Yeah. Look at you in the back like that. You don't need Ozempic. You look great.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Listen, it's all about smoke and mirrors. No, where's the golf picture? Why you got to pull that shit up?
Listen, God.
By the way, you talked about, people expect us to be a Joe Rogan level with production. Dude, I got to tell you, man, you did the intro song, the pre-show vid, the way you do when we have guests on, and you cue them up, and the way you enter them, and you take the time, you produce. It'd be almost as if we're getting paid to do this.
Almost.
Are you getting paid to do this?
I am, yeah.
Great. I'm screwed again. Well, the dog quit barking, and I think I'm done. This is my last episode.
Dog got some antifreeze. How'd you do that?
He's laying on the floor over here. Let me show you.
All right, I found the foursome picture.
Hold on, wait. Show the dog first.
Here it is.
Hold on, wait. Where is he? Hold on. Shwing a ding 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 ding. See him on the floor over there?
No, I really don't. I kind of know.
Yeah, he's right there. That's it right there. That's the barker. He's all.
How about you put your static camera back? It's gonna make me puke. Here's our foursome. There's our foursome. Last week, look at that. Michael Shapiro, Murray Sawchuk, and Vincent John. Look at us. We almost look at how I support the Reckless in Vegas wearing your hat out to the golf.
Yeah, man. You're
pretty good, right?
I love it, man. I love it. I love that. I think everybody looks pretty good. This is good, man. We look like we're professional golfers.
We had a fun day that day. It was fun.
Where are the videos? You guys were shooting videos. That's the stuff we should put together and show, right? Hey, how's your wife?
I do. Froggy said he's on it and he loves it. Slowly growing an ab, and the side effects of being no fun to dine with her swelling penis are well worth it.
Brian, I'm sorry. This is a family show. It's a family show. You need to learn to maybe hold back a little bit.
No, he's got his. What you wanted to see some videos?
Yeah, what I like about Brian is that what I took away from him being on the show is he doesn't give a fuck, and I love that about people.
He's the best. He really is
quality. Do you have video too? Are you pulling this shit?
I have video.
Has this been approved? We haven't approved this though. Have we approved it? Did anybody say anything might be incriminating?
Well, I have one video that I don't think we should show.
I think you should. That's the one you should show.
Oh God, Yeah.
Oh,
Good
come
luck.
on. We got 11 friends that are watching. Let's just show the video. And then let's talk smack about that guy again. And let's reveal who it is.
I don't
Is that my
have
computer? That was me, huh? Let me
what?
turn that. Oh, you didn't hear that? It didn't come through?
That was me. I'm trying to get the video loaded.
Oh, it's got to be reformatted. Good production today. Way to think ahead with forethought. And we're getting
Yeah,
better
man.
and better at this, aren't we?
Shut your mouth.
Hey, how's your relationship going? Have you had any? What's the last friction you had with your beautiful wife, Erin? Did you have any?
Gosh.
Nothing. Wow. Huh.
No,
Is that sign of a good marriage? Shouldn't you guys have some friction?
you're right. It is. My wife sent me something today that I'll share, and
I'm leaving.
it makes a lot of sense, right?
She sent you a message.
No, she sent me this little
Hi, sweetie.
it's called a love phrase, and she said, and what she shared with me was, couples in healthy relationships also argue, have different opinions, feel frustrated, insecure, and bored at times. Healthy doesn't mean perfect. What makes a relationship perfect is how you choose to move through those challenges together. And we talk about that a lot. Like, you're not getting out of this one, right? Like, she'll say it to me too. She's like, "You're not getting out of it. If you don't agree with me, go take a freaking nap." Like,
so it's about repair.
There's no I quit in this scenario. We have, we're 23 years.
I'm so sorry.
Aaron. We've gone through a lifetime of challenges.
How long have you been married? Not 23 years, right?
About 15.
15 years married. Wow.
Like 11.
Well, which is it? 15 or 11?
Like 11. Well, now we're going to guess which it is. Like, you told me your song is blowing up on the charts. I can't fucking have a little moment with you. Yeah, like 11 years. And
you've had some beefs. You've had some beefs in the time.
Dude, and like for those people that are very close to me, know my story and know our story. And at the end of the day, Aaron and I suffered through some really challenging times and shouldn't maybe be together today. People could argue, but we are, and we're stronger for it. And I'm very grateful for her. I'm very grateful for everything that she is. She really, truly is the balance to my neuroses. She is this other piece of me that I don't have. And I feel very, very confident saying that I am the piece of her that she doesn't walk around with all the time.
Nor does she want.
Really, right. Or does she want, right? Like,
sometimes we don't want it, right?
She doesn't. And we recognize that in each other. And we realize that helps in some of my blind spots. She helps me, and vice versa.
Blind spots. Everybody has them, and it's good to have people around us that we trust, that love and care about us, and have our best interest in mind, and reveal the blind spots and hold the mirror up. Yeah, and it is about repair.
And you can do it in a way that's gentle too, not like
Oops.
hard. Right?
Whoops.
No. Listen, you play a really good hard guy on television, but I know you do.
You see me at 9 though, man. Even at 9, like, there's times when I have to clean it up. I clean it up.
I know how to redline you. I mean, you know how to redline me too, though.
Why do you enjoy it? You enjoy redlining me.
I think the same way you do enjoy redlining me.
I don't redline you, man.
You do it for sport.
I do. You're projecting, Kevin.
I'm not. You do. I watch you do it.
Whatever, man. I don't think so.
What I'm trying to say is you're very soft, and you wear your emotions very, very close to the surface, right? And I think that's where you and I are very similar too. Like, we might come across, like, people used to say to me, they would see me in a room and think I was a tough guy. Like somebody who is
you got the scowl on. Look at your wife. What does she want for Christmas? I wonder. She's kissing your ass. Look at this bullshit.
Kevin is the perfect Ian to my yang.
Yeah.
She's been watching the podcast, man.
Yeah, she's keeping an eye on you to be sure you don't say some fucked up shit, right? That's what it is.
No, she knows better.
Hey, I got an idea.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing all that. That was vulnerable and honest, and thank you for that too. And I think for the next episode, we should censor only in one little area. We do not use foul language. So
Okay.
get them all right now. Fuck, shit, piss, cocksucker, fuck, shit, motherfucker. What are the 7 words that Carlin came up with? You can't say on TV or on radio. Shit, piss, fuck, cocksucker. You don't want to do any of them?
I used to know it when I was 13. Why are we censoring ourselves? Why are we gonna change the way we speak?
I'm just kidding. I just feel sometimes my mouth is a potty mouth, and I think it's just lowbrow humor and unnecessary and could be hurtful to people who I don't give a fuck about. So there's a fine line in not giving a shit.
There really is, right? It's either you take the Bill Cosby way and you drug people, or you and don't curse, or the Jerry Seinfeld way and you use your humor because you're witty, or you go straight for the juggler.
I like all those options. Can we use a little mismatch of all the things? So Michael, one was motherfucker. Yeah, I thought I covered that, Patrick. Maybe I didn't. Thank you.
Yep.
Is can I say it? Is cunt in there? I don't know if that one is. I don't think he covered that one in his 7 words.
Can't believe you just said that on our podcast.
Patrick, can you look that up and confirm and show us the?
I do miss. I spent for a very big portion of my life. I spent about a week a month for a very long time in the UK, and I just still have some very, very dear friends over there. And I do miss men calling that to each other in the UK. It's just like every which it's the best.
Go to dinner with Jimmy Denning and Yvette.
I love Jimmy. I love Jimmy.
He'll cunt you up quite a bit, and it's fantastic.
I love it.
Yeah. All right, Patrick's looking it up right now for us. So
I love how you've got Patrick doing our research for. Patrick is now an associate producer.
Yeah,
Lavender podcast.
I concur. Patrick. I wanted to share something. I'm disappointed. I really wanted you to come see Reckless in Vegas before we took our hiatus. So went on our hiatus. So
why would you want to be bored?
My show is not boring, Kevin.
I love the show. Hey, I came out to your sound check.
And you did that, meant a lot to me. I was, you heard. I think you heard me talk about being disappointed that you didn't take the night off and like put all your guys out of work to come see my show, and you showed up at the sound check. So
I did.
Yeah,
I find that important.
Yeah, well, your actions.
It was like that time you lent me your velvet curtain for like 2 months.
Yeah,
I thought that was very, very kind and generous of you too. I wanted to kind of show up for you and be there for you too.
So
I watched you so stressed out that day, man. You really get stressed out before the show, right? You really wear so many hats that you're like you're in like a hyper aware, very like go.
Yeah.
Part
and that was toned down from like when we mounted the show at the Sahara. Oh my God, was I beyond my grasp, and it was really, really hard. And Joe was like, "Wow, you're really handling this well." And Billy would say, because I lost my shit one time in that 6-month run, and I lost it on a hotel exec that I could not believe that some advertising issues they had the wrong QR code. The QR code wasn't functioning, and I had spent a bunch of money, right? Because when you're producing, you've got money on the line, you've got your reputation on the line, you've got the cast to care about, you've got all those moving parts. But I was actually pretty chill. I've been working on editing the video. Here we go.
You don't have to read it.
Shit, piss, fuck, cunt. Cunt is in there. Cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits. I don't know why tits would be in there, but that's pretty great. Patrick, thank you. Excellent. You are hired. Kevin, give him his. Put your social security number up so we can send you a check.
The other thing, I watched last night some highlights of the Graham Norton show. I love the Graham Norton show.
I don't know Graham Norton.
Oh my God, I'm gonna send you a link. It's like a nighttime talk show that celebrities
with
go
the
on
bands.
Things. Well, no, it's so like actors and comedians and musicians, and they go on. But what's cool about the show is all of these people sit on a couch together, so they all have these conversations, and the television in the UK, they can say any word they want. Like they
Sure.
drop F words, and
Yeah.
it is so unbelievably censored here.
Send
and
me the link.
It's great. There's these little. Do you have Netflix?
What's that?
Yeah. Okay. I'll send you a coupon code for Netflix so you can get it for.
Did you watch the Tyson fight?
Buster Douglas and Mike Tyson.
The Jake Paul one that would just happen.
The scripted ballet WWE fight
prior to that bullshit.
Dude.
The two women that fought before, and I have mixed feelings about women fighting, but I got past that very quickly. Those two women brawled like the days of Hearns and Hagler and Sugar Ray Leonard,
Dude.
and they put it on the mat. And that's what if boxing could get back to that, and not this bullshit that we saw after a big money grab. I mean, you'd have another run at professional boxing.
I think it's amazing that they let two men pretend they were women box.
I don't think those are men. Those are women.
Those women. I'm just joking, but
they're
those
ripped, man.
Women,
they
were that was the fight.
100%. And what they should have done is they should have had them headline it. It shouldn't have been the double. They should have been the double headline like that, or what do you call it? Double? What they don't call it headline in sports, right? What do they call that? There's a word for it.
I don't know.
Main event. Double main event or whatever.
Double headliners.
Well, that's that headline word again. Main event. The main event should have been them. They deserved it. They fought at Madison Square Garden a few months ago or whenever that was, a year ago or whatever, and it was a killer fight. I didn't see it. I heard about all the press around it.
And Katie Taylor won that one too, man. I don't know. I'm a fan of that other fighter.
Me too. She's a good boxer. Good boxer. Yeah, they stole it from her.
I think they stole it from her too, twice.
So too. Yeah.
First fight, I thought she won too.
Yeah.
But man, it was nice watching boxing. I remember growing up watching boxing with my dad. My dad was a big, is a big sports nut, and he used to watch all the heavyweight, the Howard Cosell, heavyweight bouts. And I remember watching Ali and Foreman, and then it moved all over. Hitman Hearns. Yeah, I agree, Froggy. Taylor should have lost. I thought it was a bad call too. But what a bunch of bullshit that money grab was, right? Like, I'm not hating on the cats for building up their fan bases and grabbing monies, but clearly, like, there's a couple schools of thought here. School of thought one is that Tyson had no gas in the tank and could not stand in the ring.
2 minute rounds.
I get it. Yeah. But there's also another sort of school of thought that Tyson could have fucking killed this kid.
No, there's another school of thought that
chose to not meet him.
No, he didn't have that in him anymore. Paul, no, let's flip-flop that for a second.
I've read that.
The real question is, why didn't he fucking take? They made an agreement, and here's the thing. I grew up in Las Vegas, as some people know, and my grandfather was a big bettor of sports, and fights were one of his favorites. And he would go. He didn't like go. He did the fights when he was younger. He went to every fight. He used to do a thing for my cousin and I. I'd go make all the bets for him, and then he'd say he would buy me ringside tickets. He goes, "You're better off." What's that? Taylor versus Chris Brown. So he would buy. The first time I was like, I really wanted to sit ringside, because I wanted to be. And then he was telling me, "I know you want to do this, but you're better off the first row elevated." And at the time, these were expensive tickets. Like the first row elevated, they were $500 to $1,000 tickets to be in that spot. On the ringside is a couple of grand. And so he humored me one time, and he bought Daryl and I tickets ringside, and he was right, because then the next fight we set up, but we saw all the greats. I saw Tyson in Holyfield when he bit the ear. I can't tell you how. Oh my God, I can't tell you how many. The dude comes in with a hang glider, lands in the ring. I believe that was the same fight. But as a young, in my early 20s, going to all these fights, man, it was so fun, and they were real fights. I wouldn't go pay to see a boxing match now. Maybe those two chicks. Woof.
I would go see those two women.
Would you go see Tyson and Paul again on a rematch?
No.
Why not?
No,
it was great.
Yeah, it was great.
What do you mean? You compared it to wrestling? Is wrestling not real?
Wrestling is not real. No, it's a script. But UFC is real, right?
UFC is good stuff. That's why that worked.
Dana White. People might not like the Dana White effect that he's got with the whole political sort of slant thing going on. But Dana White has built an organization over there where he's putting gladiators in the ring with each other, and they're
fighting for it. Yeah,
I
it's good
remember
stuff.
watching the UFC before they were wearing gloves. Like it was bare knuckled. Do you remember that stuff when it
Like
first
the
started?
octagon stuff?
It was unbelievable. It was brutal.
What's the best fight you've ever seen?
Oh, you're gonna cut me off. There you go.
What's going You saw me. Look. Check it out. You know what's funny? I moved the mouse. The mouse is on the desk, so I didn't have to pull the drawer out